Hi, it's Pastor Kurt with another weekly update. I want to tell you about our support staff and just give them some public praise for the great work that they've been doing to help us through this time. They've been working very difficult. In fact, even over and above the regular hours that they are employed for. And I want to say that includes Trinity Moffat, who wears two hats. She's our office supervisor, manages all of our office function, but is also our finance manager. And so she does all the books. And this is a pretty important season for doing that. And so we are so grateful for what Trinity does for the church. Also, Lexi Lorosky, who was working with us in our church office, graduated from college this last spring, and is actually continuing to work for us doing our communications work, our publicity, our newsletter, all of those things, also the website. She does that from Michigan, so that's in the Eastern time zone, remember that. And also, very recently, we have reassigned the duties for Molly Clark, who has been our nursery and childcare coordinator. Because we don't have a childcare program going on right now because of COVID-19 restrictions, we have reassigned her work hours to being office support. And she's been a great help to Trinity in getting the office kind of back up and running, especially in terms of support and connection through telephone and through email. And what this has allowed us to do is to set office hours in which you can reasonably expect that someone will either be at the phones at the church office or be able to get a phone call back to you or an email back to you during those hours. So if you come up with a question and send an email, say like at 10 o'clock at night, you probably won't get an answer. In fact, you won't get an answer right away because our office staff isn't working at those hours. But you can reasonably expect that they will be looking at that email and be getting back to you sometime between 10 o'clock a.m. and 1 p.m. the following day, if their work load allows it. So once again, that's 10 to 1, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And one note and reminder that the office is not yet at a place where it can receive drop-in visitors. You are requested to make contact through phone or email before you come into the church office so that all of the COVID-19 restrictions and the measures for that can be thoroughly explained and so on. Lexi, like I mentioned, works in the Eastern time zone, and so her time frame is a little bit different. And this has led to us having the need to set a particular deadline for submissions to our Connections email, which is how you were informed of this video being posted. And that deadline is Wednesdays each week. So to get something into that Thursday email that goes out to the church, Wednesday is the deadline. But on Wednesday, it's fairly early. It would be 10 o'clock a.m. This is because Lexi is receiving that information by the deadline at 1 p.m. her time. And then she needs some time during the day to basically put that together. She also works in another job, so we want to be respectful of that. So that's Wednesday at 10 a.m. is the deadline. So a lot of deadlines continue to operate the way that they have. The deadline for our monthly current newsletter is the 20th of the month. And so that is, if you're looking at this on Thursday, that is today for September. And we have a lot of articles that are underway and have been submitted and some new programs as well. One new program, you'll have to stay tuned at our worship service this coming Sunday, and there'll be an announcement about it. It's from our small groups ministry, and it's about a new program that will provide opportunities for togetherness as we move into the fall. Speaking of Sundays, many of you have been very patient. I mean, all of you have been very patient in walking with us through some challenging technical times. And last Sunday was no exception, but it was an exception in terms of the reason why our live stream was interrupted during the worship service. It didn't have anything to do with what was going on inside the church at the time. All of our technical details that we were in control of were going swell, but it actually was a Comcast internet outage that happened in Mill Creek. A couple of other churches had their streams interrupted, and some of you might have even received, if you have that Comcast internet at home, you might have even received an email saying there was an outage in the Mill Creek area. So unfortunately, that happens, and when that does, there's not much we can do about it. That's our connection to the internet. However, we do have a plans in place to be able to shift over to another kind of fill-in option if that happens again. So we're working hard to do that, and continue to pray for our conversations about our return to worship. We will get there, and when we do, it will be a time of great joy, but it will be a time of dealing with changes, because it will be us with masks on, and it will be us normally coming close and shaking hands and maybe even giving hugs, but not doing that at this time because of COVID-19. So, hey, I just want to wish you God's best, and may the grace and peace of the Lord be with you this week. See you on Sunday.